What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the color, in the blue color, playing as Thor. His name is Shelty. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Set. His name is Joe. The map is Marsh. And this is a best of three between Britain's finest Age of Mythology players for the Voobly Champions League match of the tournament so far. In my opinion, you get the nation rivalry, or the infighting, whatever you want to call it. These guys have been playing this game for so long, and with each other and against each other, they're going to know the ins and outs of each other's play like no man. Very crazy. And I'll let you in on a little secret here. Pre-game, I was talking with Shelty and Joe about Norse and where they see them, and Shelty said that the Thor is probably pretty good against kind of every god except for maybe I can't remember which ones he said that Thor doesn't work against, but I think it was like a Ra and something else, maybe Isis, I don't know. But he said that Thor should be able to beat Set. And he's going to be trying to back that up in this game. Picking Thor, one of the few players in this tournament who's playing with Norse and doing pretty well with Norse, to be honest. Getting a lot of wins there with the Norse god. Joe, on the other hand, well, actually, before we go back to Joe, he's actually Shelty's actually 4 wins so far of 4, so he's 4-0. Going to be moving into this 5th game to try and get that 5th win, whereas Joe is currently 1-1, so he's a little bit behind because he had he was a little bit ill, had to go to the hospital and get himself sorted up, so he's sort of playing catch up now. That's just the way these tournaments kind of go. Hopefully everything kind of works out and we can make and catch back up and we'll be okay. Joe not building a house yet. Is this some new build that I've never seen before? What am I missing? Where's his priest? What? Huh? What? Did I miss something? What? Guys, I don't know what happened there. The Scraling took 8 hits from the 8 damage of... What? What? I think he deleted the priest to get population because he forgot the house. I honestly think that's what happened here. That's hilarious. Okay, alright. And the villagers come off gold. Temple's going up. Joe's going for something crazy here. I've not seen this build. This must be something he's been preparing for. Shelty, on the other hand, already has 5 villagers on wood, so he may be going for a really early watchtowers here to counter something that... Or to just counter Joe a little bit. He does have Thor, so the animals aren't as good. With the pick sticker, they can sort of one-hit them. We do see a very fast advance time here from Shelty, going up at 350. That's no, it's not. Never mind. I tell a lie. That's fairly standard. The Anubis coming in, Vision coming in onto the base of Shelty here. We are seeing Anubis, so not Tar here. So it's a very interesting build. Double monuments here for Joe. Joe is known for his Anubite micro, and going Freya here for Shelty means that he's not going to get those. He's not going to get those Hall of Thane's her. So also moving over onto these Crown Cranes, one of the few civilizations which can really take advantage of the Crown Cranes. They are huntables. They're not like chickens, so they do gather as fast as everything else, and they only need 1 arrow to kill them with pig sticker. So and with the ox caravan as well, it's just as valuable to go to Crown Cranes as it is to go to the hippopotamus. So that's what's going on there. Joe going to be grabbing this fast 2nd town center as well with the Anubite. No immediate 2nd Anubite or anything else out of that temple just yet. Moving up onto the water buffalo here so he can continue the spam of villagers. Valkyrie coming up for Shelty, Longhouse coming up as well. We've got some relics on the map, the Tusk of the Iron Boar here, plus 10% Cavalry and Chariot Archer hit points. We've also got the Odin's Wand, negative 20% Temple upgrades. Really good actually for this Anubis play if Joe wants to grab that one. Black Empress Zoe over here. The Valkyrie and the Hyena have set just miss each other's path as he's trying to find something to do with that. But the current food situation for Joe is pretty good. He's going to have this water buffalo that he can bring underneath the town center, so there's not going to be any sort of problems there. We do see the Valkyrie immediately finds these villagers though, and the villagers turning around to fight back against the Valkyrie there. Joe pulling the villager back a little bit late there, but it's not going to be a problem. The Pharaoh going to be able to snipe. That Valkyrie there just gets away with 19 HP, but it's going to be a long time before we see another one. The Anubite currently hitting the wood line of Shelty. He's just going to retreat back to straggler trees, and he should be fine here for the time being. He's going to have to build a couple of Hersa and just place them on top of Hunt and stuff. We do see he's already done that with this Hersa. And it's just kind of the way that Norse has to play this. But you do have to remember that if Joe builds more than 1 or 2 Anubites here, it does slow him down quite a bit. It's a lot of favor that he has to spend on that, a lot of food as well. We do see Necropolis coming in now for Joe, so going to get those crazy amounts of Anubites pumping out, and he doesn't have the Feet of the Jackal just yet, so they are a little bit less strong there, and now the villagers making their way over to the Hippopotamus. Nice wall here from Shelty as well to keep himself safe for now, and he's just going to be running around with this Anubite. I'd love to see him just come forward and grab this relic here, especially because he's building these raiding cavalry. It's really big relic for him to grab. The second Anubite is out, and now he's going to feel happy to just jump on these units here. Valkyrie still sitting at 19 health. Just picked that one off there, but every little bit of damage is going to count. It does slow down the raids. The Valkyrie can heal these raiding cavalry back up if he just stops them, and he should be fine there. We do see Joe being very, very sneaky with these villagers up here. This is not a safe hunting spot here, so we'll see if Shelty can spot that one or not. He may be able to, but the Anubites should be able to just defend it. We do see Spearman coming out as well for Joe, so going to be sitting in this classical age for a little bit here. And Shelty trying to make his way over to this location here, but the Anubites are really well positioned. If Shelty came around this side here, he may be able to get that raid in there, but not happening just yet. The Hersa moving forward, and Shelty wants to be potentially fighting this one here, and then that's going to force the Anubites back. Shelty's still trying to make his way over here, and I think Joe knows about it already, so he's sending his Anubites over there. He does have Guardian Anubites. Feet of the Jackal has been researched. They come in, they jump onto the raiding cavalry, but they miss mostly. Now the raid is going to try and get onto these villagers, which will probably just turn around and fight. So at this point, it's not a lot of damage that he can do here. The Hersa are trying to come in as well. The Spearmen are already over here, so these Hersa may get caught out at this point as they are running around and just dodging everything. Nice micro yet again from Joe, running in with those Anubites there. The Hersa trying to get some hits onto them, but this is not going to be a good fight for Shelty to be taking right now. He has to retreat out of here. Nice forest fire here from Shelty to keep the pressure going. That's just going to be meaning that Joe has to retreat here. But with only 2 Hersa and 4 Anubites, this army is going to be very difficult to be fighting against this Egyptian army here. It's going to do really well against the Norse army is what I'm trying to say. Maybe if heavy raiders or medium raiders come out or something, it could be a winnable fight here. These Hersa able to hit the Anubites here, doing a lot of damage with their very low HP. Shelty going to have to retreat here as Joe is able to win that fight pretty handily there. So nice play from Joe. Good defense here, sitting 2 town centers, getting everything that he wants. Has a couple of gazelles set here that he can eat, but he can just move over onto these boar and be totally fine. We're actually seeing Joe get very aggressive here. It looks like he's going to grab this second town center here. Which I think, given the situation he's got, he's going to be able to secure it. Meanwhile, Shelty over here onto the Hippopotamus for the time being. The units of Shelty in his base not doing all too much here, and the town center going to be going up. We'll see if Shelty reacts to this one or not. He's trying to move out of his base now, build this fourth longhouse very aggressively, but the town center just shoots up so fast for Joe, and he's going to have complete map control here now that Shelty's lost that initial raider force. Not getting medium raiders there for that fight was a big mistake, I think. It would have helped him out immensely. Now the dwarves finish that gold mine as well, so Joe's actually got a kind of timing here onto this gold mine, or at least he can just start raiding it. But Shelty does hit the heroic age through Bragi here, so this is going to be interesting here if he goes for like a flaming weapons push onto this. He does have the battle ball. There's a plague of serpents for Joe, and there's a couple of Hersa here, 2 Hersa, which is enough here to push through all of this stuff, and we will see mercenaries starting to get pumped out here. But if if Shelty's army is strong enough here to push through this is the question. He doesn't have a lot of units. The Anubite's going to be looking for some raids here while the Hersa have to chase them away. Do we have more battle ball pumping out of this temple? No battle ball at all. We do see a watchtower now coming up for Joe as well to help defend this location. Raiding cavalry going to try and snipe the Pharaoh as fast as he can. The battle ball needs to be basically sitting on top of this town center as much as it possibly can, because it does do an extra 20 crush damage on top of the 20 hack damage. It's quite a bit. The villagers get pushed off the watchtower for the time being, and the town center is getting very, very low in HP. So this town center getting traded for the flaming weapons for the time being. But is this a good trade right now for Shelty or not is the question here. If we check the resource count, it's currently 82 population to 83 population. So very, very close here. But a lot of that population for Joe is in villages, whereas Shelty's is all in army. Now we've got the Anubites coming for a raid now, going to be looking to hit this gold mine. It's going to be huge because there's no Hersa over here. Well, there's one Hersa. Snorri Snowbringer needs to get over here and defend this location while the Anubites are going to be coming around and going to hit this huge raid. But Shelty can hit a big raid onto Joe at this point as well while this is all going on. The battle ball is still chilling here, so he can still keep pushing forward through this town center. Lots of villages in there. The dwarves going to get pulled off this gold mine, but the Avengers doing a lot of damage now. The Ancestors comes down onto this army here. There's a lot of Hersa here, and the villagers coming with the surround onto these units, going to pick off so many of them with this villager minion army here, and Shelty has to retreat here while he's losing all of these dwarves as well. The Hersa finally comes over to try and defend against this, but all of the damage has been done to Shelty, who has gone very all in onto this one. Raiders around the back here with the Scorpion Man to help chase them down, and that's absolutely brutal for Shelty, losing all of those dwarves at this point. He's got a lot of dwarves that are sitting on herdables though, so he can just transfer them back over to gold and take the loss and just try and mass army and go for another all-in. But Joe's just going to grab this town center back that he lost. Now we're even god powers. Joe in front of in economy. He is Egyptian, so he does have a little bit less economy, but I don't think that matters so much with all of the hunt. And Shelty says, set on high hunt. GG, well played by Joe. Those Anubites were crazy potent in this matchup here, just too strong. Shelty throwing away units over here on this fight was not good at all, and that was just too much. The town centers right next to each other here, as well as Joe's pointing out, were pretty insane. And Joe gets the first win in this best of 3. So we'll move on to game number 2 really shortly. It's going to be Shelty's home map here, so he can pick one of those low hunt maps if he wants. And we'll get that game going very shortly for you. If you're enjoying the games, please hit that subscribe button on the YouTubes, or if you're on the Twitch, hit the follow button so you don't miss out any of those games. And yeah, we'll get the next game going soon.